Hello everybody, this is Nalinikant Jana, Senior Lecturer in Physics, Bhubaneswar Mahavidyalaya, Utkal University. Our today's topic is to calculate the moment of inertia of spherical bodies. When we are discussing about spherical bodies, there are two types of spherical bodies. One is a solid sphere and the second one is a spherical shell. If we are asked to calculate the moment of inertia of spherical bodies, then we have to calculate the moment of inertia of a spherical shell about different axes and also the moment of inertia of a solid sphere about its different axes. Let us first discuss the case of a spherical shell and let us first calculate the moment of inertia of a spherical shell about one of its diameters. So, the topic is moment of inertia of spherical bodies and the first one is moment of inertia of a spherical shell about a diameter. Then for this purpose, what we have to do? Let us first consider a spherical shell and now let the mass of the spherical shell be m and the radius of the spherical shell is r. So, we can calculate its total surface area, then the mass per unit area and then by considering a small element of the spherical shell and calculating the moment of inertia of the spherical element about one axis, then we can be able to find out the moment of inertia of the total spherical shell. So, let us first consider a spherical shell of radius r and mass m. Here I have considered a spherical shell of radius capital R. This is O, the center of the spherical shell. Let this axis is y dash and this axis is x dash. Here the axis is x dash. Let us consider a spherical shell of radius r and mass m. Now, surface area of the spherical shell is equal to 4 pi r square. So, mass per unit area of the spherical shell is equal to m by 4 pi r square. Let this be equation 1. Now, let us consider a small element of this spherical shell in the form of a circular ring. Let us consider a small element of this spherical shell in the form of a circular ring. Let us consider a circular ring as the element of this spherical shell. Now, let here I am writing E as the center of that ring of the element and let the distance of the ring from the center of the spherical shell be x and the thickness of this spherical shell is taken as dx. let us consider a small element of the cell in the form of a circular ring. Let A E is equal to y is equal to radius of ring, x is equal to distance of a ring, distance of element from the center of the cell. Okay. Let dx is equal to thickness of the element. Now, area of elementary ring is equal to, now area of the elementary ring is 2 pi into radius, and we have taken as this as AE into distance OE into SC, because we have taken the thickness as SC to be dx, which is equal to 2 pi into A is nothing but y we have taken. So, this is y into SC is dx. We have calculated the area of the element to be 2 pi y into dx. So, the mass of the element, now mass of element is equal to small m is equal to mass per unit area multiplied by area of ring, which implies as m is equal to mass per unit area is m by 4 pi r square into area of the ring 2 pi y dx, which implies as pi get cancelled. Now, 4 and 2 get cancelled, here we get 2. So, m is equal to m by 2 into y by r square into dx. What is our aim? Our aim is to calculate the moment of inertia of this spherical shell about 1 of the diameters, for which we have considered a spherical shell, and mass per unit area of the spherical shell is m by 4 pi r square. Now, we have considered a small elementary ring whose radius is AE, and we have taken this as y, and it is at a distance of x from the center of this spherical shell. Let here the angle made is theta, and here AC makes angle d theta. Now, area of the elementary ring is equal to 2 pi into AE into AC, which is equal to 2 pi into y into AC, and this AC is equal to r d theta, because in this triangle OAC, here the arc is AC and the radius is r and the angle is d theta. As we know that theta is equal to arc by radius. So, d theta is equal to arc AC by r, which implies as AC is equal to r d theta. So, here in place of AC we have written 2 pi y into r d theta. Now mass of the element is equal to mass per unit area into area of the ring, and here we have found m by 4 pi r square as the mass per unit area into area of the ring is 2 pi y into r d theta, 2 pi y into r d theta. Now 2 4 gets cancelled, so it will become m by 2, pi get cancelled and 1 r gets cancelled into y by r into d theta. Let this area of the ring is equation 2 and here mass is equation 3. Once again I am repeating from equation 3 we have found the mass of the element to be m is equal to m by 2 into y by r d theta. Now to simplify the mass of the element we have to take the help of dx to replace d theta. So what we have to do? Let us consider the triangle OAE. In triangle OAE, this is theta, so this will be 90 minus theta. So if we consider the case of sin 90 minus theta will be equal to P by H, that is AE by OA, AE by OA, and we have found AE to be y by OA is equal to r, and we know sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. So implies as cos theta is equal to y by r, equation 4. Again in the same triangle, if we consider the case of cos 90 minus theta, which will be equal to b by h, and this is OE by OA, this is OE by OA, which implies as cos theta is nothing but sin theta. So sin theta is equal to OE is equal to x by OA is equal to r, which implies as x by r is equal to sin theta, implies as x is equal to r sin theta, implies as dx, taking the differential, dx is equal to r cos theta into d theta, which implies as d theta is equal to dx by r cos theta. This is equation 5. Here we have got cos theta is equal to y by r. So in place of y by r we can write cos theta, and here d theta is equal to dx by r cos theta. Now putting the values of equation 4 and 5 in equation 3 we can write. Now putting the values of y by r from equation 4 and d theta from equation 5 in equation 3 we get what? M is equal to m by 2 into y by r. Here we got y by r is equal to cos theta. So into cos theta into d theta. Here we have found d theta is equal to dx by r cos theta. So dx by r cos theta. Now cos theta get cancelled and we get, so on simplifying this cos theta get cancelled. So we get m is equal to m by 2r into dx. This is equation 6. Now we arrived at the mass of the elementary ring. Now we have to find out the moment of inertia of the elementary ring about the axis OX. Here we have considered the elementary ring, and this is the axis of the elementary ring which passes through the center of the ring and is perpendicular to its plane. Now the moment of inertia, now the moment of inertia of the ring about the axis OX, about the axis OX passing through its center and perpendicular to its plane is dI is equal to mass of elementary ring into square of radius of ring, which is equal to mass of the ring we have calculated m by 2r into dx into radius of the ring is AE, which is y square, which implies dI is equal to m by 2r into y square into dx. This is equation 7. But from the geometry of this figure, we can write y square plus x square is equal to r square. But in the triangle OAE, OA square is equal to AE square plus OE square, which implies r square is equal to y square plus x square, which implies y square is equal to r square minus x square. This is equation 8. Now putting the value of y square from equation 8 in equation 7, we get now dI is equal to m by 2r into, in place of y square we can write r square minus x square into dx, equation 9. So the total moment of inertia of the disc can be obtained by integrating this equation within the proper limits, that is from minus capital R to plus capital R, that is from x dash to x. Now the total moment of inertia of the cell can be obtained by integrating equation 9 within the proper limits, that is I is equal to integration 0 to I di integration minus r to plus r m by 2r r square minus x square dx, and we can write this as 2 into integration 0 to r m by 2r into r square minus x square into dx, and this 2 and 2 get cancelled, and here we can write this as m by r integration of 0 to r square minus x square into dx, which is equal to m by r integration of r square dx minus integration of x square dx from 0 to r, which is equal to m by r, here r square, integration of dx is x from 0 to r, minus the integration of x square is x cube by 3, it is x cube by 3 from 0 to r, which can be written as m by r into r square into r minus 0 minus r cube by 3 minus 0 cube by 3, which implies I is equal to m by r into, it will be r cube and minus r cube by 3, r cube minus r cube by 3, which is equal to m by r into 2 by 3 r cube, and this r gets cancelled with this r cube and becomes r square, implies I is equal to 2 by 3 m r square. This is equation 10. This is the expression for the moment of inertia of a spherical shell about one of its diameters. And now the moment of inertia of the same spherical shell about a tangent can be obtained by using the parallel axis theorem. Now the moment of inertia of the spherical shell about a tangent can be obtained by using the parallel axis theorem. From parallel axis theorem, we know that I is equal to Ig plus m h square. But here I is equal to moment of inertia of the shell about a tangent, which is to be calculated. Ig is equal to 2 by 3 m r square is equal to moment of inertia of the shell about one of its diameters. Which we have calculated, and h is equal to r is equal to radius of shell. So putting the value of Ig and r h here we can write, so I is equal to Ig is 2 by 3 m r square plus m r square, which implies I is equal to 5 by 3 m r square. This is the expression for the moment of inertia of a spherical shell about a tangent. Here we finished the calculation of the moment of inertia of a spherical shell about one of its diameters and about a tangent. Here our topic is to calculate the moment of inertia of spherical bodies, for which we have to find out the moment of inertia of a spherical shell and a solid sphere about different axes, and already we have calculated the moment of inertia of a spherical shell about two different axes. Now our topic is to find out the moment of inertia of a solid sphere. Now our topic is to find out the moment of inertia of a solid sphere about one of its diameters, for which what we have to do? We have to first consider a spherical solid sphere. Let m is the mass of the solid sphere and r is the radius of the solid sphere. Now by considering a small element of the solid sphere and by calculating the moment of inertia of that element about one axis, we can be able to find out the moment of inertia of the total solid sphere about that axis. So to do this, let us consider a solid sphere. Let us consider a solid sphere. Let m is equal to mass of the solid sphere, r is equal to radius of solid sphere. So volume of the solid sphere is equal to 4 by 3 pi r q, because earlier we have known that the volume of a solid sphere is 4 by 3 pi r q. Hence mass per unit volume is equal to m by 4 by 3 pi r q, which is equal to 3m by 4 pi r q. This is the mass per unit volume of this solid sphere. Now let us consider a small element of the solid sphere in the shape of a circular disc, in the shape of a circular disc at a distance of x, at a distance of x from the center of the sphere, having radius equal to y. Let us consider a small element of the solid sphere in the shape of a disc. Let y is equal to radius of solid disc, x is equal to distance of element from the center of the sphere. Now area of the disc, area of a circular disc is equal to pi y square. Since dx is equal to thickness of the disc, hence volume of the disc is equal to area of the disc multiplied by its thickness, that is pi y square dx. Let it be equation 2. Now, mass of the disc is equal to mass per unit volume into volume of the disc, and we have already found the mass per unit volume to be 3 m by 4 pi r cube, and the volume of the disc is pi y square ds. So, the mass of the element will become, so mass of disc is equal to m is equal to 3 m by 4 pi r cube into pi y square dx. Here pi get cancelled, which implies m is equal to 3 m by 4 r cube into y square dx. Let it be equation 3. But from the geometry of the figure, we can write, we get r square is equal to y square plus x square, which implies y square is equal to r square minus x square. Let it be equation 4. But from the geometry of the figure, we get r square is equal to y square plus x square, which implies y square is equal to r square minus x square. Now, putting the value of y square from equation 4 in this equation 3, we get m is equal to 3 m by 4 r cube to r square minus x square into dx. Hence, if the mass of the disc is calculated, hence the moment of inertia of this disc about the axis OX can be expressed as, hence the moment of inertia of the disc about the axis OX is di is equal to half into mass of disc into square of radius of disc, because earlier while we are calculating the moment of inertia of circular disc, we have found that the moment of inertia of a circular disc about an axis passing through its center and perpendicular to its plane is half m into radius square of radius, that is di implies di is equal to half into mass of element disc is 3 m by 4 r cube into r square minus x square into radius of disk is y square into dx. But we have found this y square to be r square minus x square. So, in place of this y square we can write r square minus x square. So, this becomes as 3m by 4 into 2 8r cube into r square minus x square into y square. In place of y square we can write r square minus x square because already we have found, and dx. Now, simplifying this we can write di is equal to 3m by 8r cube into r square minus x square whole square dx. Thus, the total moment of inertia of this solid sphere about one of its diameters can be obtained by integrating this equation within the proper limit. Thus, the total moment of inertia of the solid sphere about one of its diameters is I is equal to integration di from 0 to I, which is equal to integration minus r2 plus r. This is 3m by 8r cube into whole into r square minus x square square dx. And this can be solved into 2 into integration 0 to r into 3m by 8r cube into r square minus x square whole square dx. And this can be written as 2 with 8 gets cancelled, it is 3m by r cube integration of 0 to r, and expanding this we can write r to the power 4 plus x to the power 4 minus 2r square x square dx, which can be written as 3m by r cube 4r cube 3m by 4r cube, and this becomes integration of r4 dx from 0 to r plus integration of 0 to r x4 dx minus integration of 0 to r 2r square x square dx, implies I is equal to 3m by 4r cube r4 into integration of dx is x in the limit of 0 to r, and it will be x from 0 to r plus it is x to the power 5 by 5 in the limit 0 to r minus 2r square into x cube by 3 from 0 to r. Simplifying we get 3m by 4r cube into it will be r4 into r minus 0 plus r5 by 5 minus 0 to the power 5 by 5 minus 2r square into r cube by 3 minus 0 cube by 3. Further, we can write this as 3m by 4r cube into it will be r to the power 5 plus r to the power 5 by 5 minus 2 by 3 r to the power 5, and it can be written as 3m by 4 r cube into the LCM will be 15. So, here it will be 15 r to the power 5 plus 3 r to the power 5 minus 10 r to the power 5. So, this can be simplified into 5 minus plus 8, which is equal to 3m by 4 r cube into 8 r to the power 5 by 15. So, r to the power 5 and r to the power cube get cancelled. Here we get r square. This 8 gets cancelled with 4, and here we get 2, and this 15 by cancelling with 3 we get here 5. So, I is equal to 2 m r square divided by 5, which implies as I is equal to 2 by 5 m r square. This is the expression for the moment of inertia of a solid disc about one of its diameters. Only one thing remained, that is the moment of inertia of a solid disc about a tangent. The only thing remained is the moment of inertia of a solid sphere about a tangent, and the moment of inertia of a solid sphere about a tangent can be obtained by applying the parallel axis theorem. From parallel axis theorem, we know that I is equal to Ig plus m h square, but here Ig is equal to 2 by 5 m r square, which we have already calculated, that is the moment of inertia of the solid sphere about one of its diameters, and h is equal to r is equal to radius of the solid sphere. So, the moment of inertia of the solid sphere about the tangent is I is equal to Ig is equal to 2 by 5 m r square plus m r square, and this can be written as 7 by 5 m r square. Thus, the moment of inertia of a solid sphere about a tangent is 7 by 5 m r square. Here we have calculated today the moment of inertia of spherical bodies about different axes, which is the moment of inertia of a solid sphere about one of its diameters, and the moment of inertia of a spherical shell about one of its diameters. Also, we have calculated the moment of inertia of both the spherical bodies such as solid sphere and spherical shell about a tangent. Here I finish the topic of moment of inertia of spherical bodies. Many thanks. I remain here.